welcome to Good Morning Experts. I'm Troy Gandy, your index voice of inspiration, and I have the extreme pleasure to present to some and introduce to others none other than the man who will be hosting this morning's segment of Pass the Ball. He is the man with the reputation of being a master builder. This six-figure ring earner and gold legacy member is also the first shareholder in the Washington, D.C. area. He is known to this family as the man of courageous conversations. We're talking about Uncle John.
Woo, thank you, Troy. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The ball is all yours.
All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome everybody to the biggest, baddest CEO meetup on the planet. We got a great show for y'all this morning. I got 3 questions for y'all. Let's come off mute. Let's make this thing happen. Let's get this energy kicking. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, team, how y'all feel?
Fired up.
Ooh, and what's up?
My
income. Nah, we gotta rewind the Alpine on that one. I don't know, something was a little off with that one. I don't know what it was. Something was off. So we're gonna rewind the Alpine. Y'all go ahead and get your push-ups in. You know what I'm saying? Get your pecs and delts and all that stuff in order, because I got a question for y'all. And what's up?
My
money.
And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody gets a green sheet.
Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet.
All right. Uh-oh, I got an echo in the building. Hold on one second. All right. Here we go. Echo man is gone. Check 1, 2. Check your phone, Michael. 1, 2. All right, here we go. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take the ball, pass it to a gentleman that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. He has his hand up, but he's always here for the most part, always present, and always blessing us with some nuggets. So without any further ado, I want to pass it to my man, Nathaniel, a.k.a. Black Sheep WM. Y'all, hello, check. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. I don't know what happened. I think I said, Nathaniel, the floor is yours.
Yes, sir. How you guys doing today? Thursday. Just wanted to let you guys know the power of, the conversation. So I was just in the grocery store the other day. I've been shopping for Instacart. A lot of y'all know that. But the cool thing about that is the people that see me every single day, they get to know you, right? And this guy just walks in. Somebody that used to teach me walked into the store yesterday. I was checking out and started talking to the staff. Anyway, long story short, he asked me what I did, and the staff was listening, and I said, I'm a life insurance agent. And one of the staff was like, I need to talk to you. Let me get your number, and we worked that one out. So that's amazing. We're going to have a call either today or tomorrow. She has to get back to me. But that's just the power of opening your mouth. So my money-making projects are going to be getting my business cards ready so I can just hand them out instead of my digital. Digital is a little bit harder. But also, we got a big thing coming on. I was accepted a speaking position at Buck Lodge Middle School to show 7th and 8th graders some financial literacy things.
That was my middle school.
Yes,
Wow.
sir. Yes, sir. Buck Lodge is right down the street from me. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in Tuesday. We're going to show them the Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant, teach them about entrepreneurship and what the roles are and how to get into the game of entrepreneurship. The third thing we've got going on is that same day in the morning, we have another networking event with a bunch of real estate agents and high net worth individuals. So we're going to have a lot of fun on Tuesday, and I'm just trying to get myself prepared for that as we get Amar prepared for his test next week. So look, guys, erase those distractions, open your mouth, tell people what you do, and I promise you, you'll get them seeds too.
Woo. Thank you for sharing, Nathaniel. Who you passing that ball to, sir?
Honestly, I actually wanted to talk to you as well, young lady, Miss Tawana Chisley. She's always been bringing us some calm and nice poetry, sultry ways to show us what we're going to be doing. So please, I'm going to pass the ball to you, Miss Tawana.
Thank you, Nathaniel. And I had to raise my hand because of literally what you just said. First of all, I am the CEO. I'm gonna shout y'all out today. Erik has his mug. I got my t-shirt, so I'm gonna put it on today. So yesterday, when I left the morning call, I was feeling a certain way. Like, am I saying enough? Am I saying enough? Am I doing enough for my team? Because sometimes I'm like, I don't know. So when I got to my office, which is I call it cafe as my office, I sat down for a minute and I had to really reflect for a moment. So anyway, this gentleman came over. He had ordered some food. He sat down, and yeah, I truly do not talk to everybody. When you give me an eye-to-eye contact, then I start to say something. So basically, it was good morning, talk, and we started talking about the cafe. And then I said, "What do you do?" He told me. Then he said, "What do you do?" I said, "I'm a life insurance agent by day, writer producer by night. I'm calling it out." I said, "Cool." I said, "I focus on the investment side of life insurance. Really great." He said, "I said, so how's your life insurance?" And he said, "Well, I have some." Cool. "What about your kids? You have kids?" Yes, I do. "How many do they have life insurance?" "Well, yeah, they're gonna get some money like when they're 18, they got their cash flow." I said, "Oh, so you have the IULs. What's that?" "Oh, you're not familiar with the IUL?" "No, what's that?" I said, "Let me show you something." So within a 5-minute conversation, while he was waiting for his food, I showed him how the IUL works. So he said, "Give me your card and write in the back IUL." Bet. I gave him my card and I said, "Now I need your number." So I have the number. I'm gonna give him a few days to marinate on what I said, and then I'm gonna reach back out. Secondly, again, thinking that I'm not saying enough to people, the gentleman I spoke to 2 months ago that I knew was retiring in May, the end of May, I said, I have to give him a call. I'm giving him time. He came in yesterday looking for me and said that he had other people that were talking to him about his retirement plans. And he said, "Nope, I'm going to Tawana. I'm feeling her. She came to me first, and we're going to get this done." And I said, "Nice." I just had my confirmation that I'm saying enough. Just sometimes it takes a little longer for things to happen.
You said enough.
Open your mouth so you can get fed.
Now, I'm gonna just make one suggestion. Is it okay if I make a suggestion to one?
Yeah.
And this is only the sharp salesperson in me. Okay. I'm gonna pick on 2 people. No, first let me ask the right question. How many people on this line have a big background in sales? Anybody?
Yeah.
Jen, David. So I'm gonna pick on you 2. based on what Tawana said, and she got contact numbers, when would you, Jen, or when would you, Dave, do your follow-ups? Because she said something twice, and it hit my salesman, I guess my
Said let it marinate
sales
for a couple
soul.
of days.
I wonder if
I wouldn't wait longer than 48 hours.
Exactly.
I would call them the same day.
If you call them the same day,
Doc, you breaking up. You're in the bushes.
The thing, well, I always come and speak.
Can't hear you.
Let me try something. Let me go off camera.
You're coming.
Y'all hear me now? Check
A little
Yeah,
bit.
you're
A
good.
little bit better.
You're good.
A little better.
Is that better?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Man, I hate this Wi-Fi. I know y'all probably thinking I just want to get off camera on purpose, but it's the Wi-Fi, trust me. But anyway, I was gonna say that I would take Dave's and Jen's recommendation. Call the first day and tell them, hey, it was great meeting you. Just wanted to find out when would be the time that we can connect based on your freedom of your time schedule or something like that. But the reason I said that I wanted to shine the spotlight on this, can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The reason I wanted to shine the spotlight on this because so many people wrap the deal up in their head when the prospect is being nice to them. And so what happens is you start to think, I got this in the bag. But the more time that you wait, that feeling goes away that they had when they first met you. That good fuzzy feeling goes away. So you got to keep that feeling. You got to keep that spark hot by making the connection.
Can I ask?
And keeping that connection tight. Connection tight. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Can I add something, Jock?
So with that, yeah, sure. Go ahead, Dave.
And then set the tone. Like when you get their number, just be like, hey, when I get back to my office, let them be expecting you to call them. So it's a little bit easier.
I like it.
So it's just all set. You're always setting the table and steering. You're steering the whole process. That's a good salesperson is going to steer the whole process from beginning to end, but it won't make the prospect feel like that. See, when
You're in the bushes, John.
Sound like a robot.
You went in the bushes,
In the bushes.
Uncle Jock.
All right, we're gonna take it. I'm gonna take it over until Jock gets his.
That's when you. All right, man.
I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna go ahead.
Ain't nothing else I can do. So just take it over for me, Tawana.
All right. Thank you for your help, Jock and David. And yes, I will actually call this gentleman back today. But I do have the appointment for the other one for June 19th. He's got to finish up some stuff and we're going to work on his annuity. Okay, so now I'm going to pass the ball to my sister, one of my first coaches that stayed on me and kept me sane when I was going through my emotional space. My sister, superstar, Takesha Carr.
Thank you so much, sis. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm amazed by your growth. Continue to do well, darling. Looking forward to seeing you on this side of Edie's space, okay? Just hopping in really, really quick. I know we got a lot of hands up and we don't have a lot of time. After last night's call, you guys, I know we are absolutely on fire. Absolutely on fire. First, I want us to practice some of the skills that he told us, right? So one of the first things was just Zoom etiquette. And I try to do better myself just by being stationary so that we can be on camera as much as we can. Because being on camera allows us to say that, hey, I'm speaking to actual people. So even when I'm on Zoom and I'm doing classes with my team, I'm like, hey guys, if you come off camera, come off camera. Because it feels some kind of way to really talk to just icons. Okay, it doesn't feel like people are listening to you. So even when you are listening and you may be distracted doing some other things, just make sure people know that you're there, you're present. Okay. And that's just respecting people in their time and their space. The second thing is Myron said some things to me that, it resonated with some of the things we've been talking about for a while. He talked about somebody coming in and taking over our territory. So if those of you that were here for a while, when we went to Canada last year, and they were doing the announcements, Tawana's already shaking her head. She know where we're going, right? We felt some kind of way. We sat there and we watched USAX not have a whole lot of representation. We watched people from the US not really have a lot of representation going across that stage. And it felt some kind of way to a space that we felt like we had built and we had taken over. Then we go back to Texas and we see the exact same thing. We watched USAX have some representation, not a ton of representation. And then we saw these jackets come in that felt like they was going to just take over the place. And we're like, hold on. We've been here for a minute. You come in here and you doing what? With streamers and jackets and blazers and front seats. And we were looking at them kind of side out a little bit like, hey, we built this place. But I say that to say, hey, we really, really need to take charge of where we are in this space. And if you're coming for a purpose, come in and get the job done. There's an unlimited amount of income here to make. And if you're in a space where you're uncomfortable with how much you make, you don't have the freedom that you want. You have to ask somebody when you can take off work. You need to submit leave requests, and you can't maximize how much money you can make. You have an opportunity that some people are wishing they had. And if you do not take advantage of the opportunity that you have, you're going to miss the boat, okay? The shares are changing. You're going to miss the boat. Lastly, and I know I'm probably right at my 2 minutes, I have about 10 applications to write this week. I did a training yesterday with Zelfie Taylor, so I'm part of his mentorship group, and I'm looking forward to bringing back some nuggets. And the last thing, or two last things, our city that I live in, we have finally solidified the education space for our city, so I'll be doing education seminars on insurance, not and literally like going to offer myself as a service. Givers get more. Okay, so when you go to a space where you're giving, people are going to eventually start to send you what you need. You're going to be on the receiving end. So remember, you walk into the space to give, not to get. And one last thing, Troy. I want to shout out to the team for being amazing. My team has stepped up. And when I look on this thing, I'm sitting here, we have 53 people, and I think we probably have 7 or 8 people representation from the team. And I want to give my team a public shout out to say thank you guys for always going to bat for the team, always going to bat for each other, and more importantly, going to bat for me. Thanks to the team efforts, we have qualified for the Builders Watch. So guys, let's clap it up. We're doing amazing, and I'm proud of you guys. And I'm giving it right back to you, Twan.
Woo-woo. Wow, my girl, way to go! I'm in awe of your tenacity in this space. And yes, walk into a space, walk into receive to give and not to receive, a space to give and not to receive. I love that. Okay, we'll pass the ball, Miss Superstar Takesha Carr.
Absolutely. I would like to pass the ball to a young lady. I know a lot about this lady. The name doesn't sound very familiar to me, but if she is a part of this organization, she's an Xperts. I know she's a powerhouse because that's all we house around here. If you're not a powerhouse, you can't even come to Xperts. So without further ado, I want to introduce and bring to the stage this amazing young lady, Miss Michelle Kendrick.
Why, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all your nuggets and all of the team's nuggets. I'm fairly new to Xperia, and so I'm speaking this morning because I'm trying to find my voice on this platform. I've been in the industry for about 4 years, but like I said, new to Xperia. I love the energy. I love the team I'm on. I'm part of Kamal and Dr. T's team. So they have poured so much into me already. And I'm excited to say I did an AOA just a couple of days ago for Miss Sky Atkinson. She's not on this morning, but she is a young college student. She said she wanted to take off her time during the summer and find out a way to just be successful, to grow. And so I said, why insurance? She says, because my friend is taking her exam in just a couple of days. So, and I says, oh, wow, what an amazing journey it would be to walk through with your friend. And so we're getting her set up to study for her life insurance exam, and hopefully she will, fly. She has a big area of opportunity being a college student. So looking forward to working with her with that. My goal is to look for people that I can recruit that's not like me, that's I'll say better than me, meaning in the digital space. And so she has a big following on social media. And that's where I'm weak in. That's the area of improvement for me. So that's my goal, to keep recruiting, but look for people that can offer something that I don't have, because I know that will make my team well-rounded. That's my goal. Thank you for my
Absolutely. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Told you she was a powerhouse.
Congrats. Woo. Michelle, go.
Yay.
You are
And
well done.
You got a fabulous coach and soon to be SED. And if Kamal make the SED, so is Dr. T. So let's all get there. So you gonna pass the ball?
I will pass it to Mr. Kamal.
Thank you. Yeah, congratulations, Michelle, on coming in, hitting the ground running. We're so blessed to have you on our team. You bring a ton of heart to what it is that we do, and I'm telling you, it's super recognized and super noticed. So I'm glad to see what you're doing. And what she did, guys, is we have a system. It's not our only one, but it's one of the ones we use where we have potential recruits that we interview, and I just let the team have at it. And once we trained them and everything and let them have at it, she was the first one to bring on an AOA using that system. So super proud of her. Kamal Whitmore here. The next ED, I'll be at SED. I love everything Takesha was talking about this opportunity and the timing and what's happening and what's changing. And the culture, we got to get after it. It's time for us to get after it. So I'm super excited for that. I'm not only running for ED, but I'm on my ring too. I want my $100,000 ring. So I'm about to cash flow like crazy. I got 2 appointments this week. I should have more coming, even though it's already Thursday. And of course, continually building and continually pouring into my team. So Friday, we have a business mixer. Tomorrow, we have a business mixer where we have a VGO for Michelle, Iris, I don't know if Iris on the call, and some of our other agents. So we're inviting people out. We're doing it in person.
Marcus
as well. So you're having a VGO where we're having it in person, and I believe streaming online as well. We're going to build this thing out. We're going to be excited doing it. We're changing lives, changing families. And because we're givers, like it was mentioned earlier, we'll get in return. Thank you, guys. And with that, I will pass the ball to, this is an honor to pass the ball to her. Like, talk about pure heart. Like, you're all heart rock. I don't know if we got any Rocky fans on here, but you're all heart rock. Yeah, Jen is all heart, man. It's all or nothing for her, and I love people like that. That's how I grew up. So, I want to pass it to Jen Harmon.
All right.
Thank you, Kamal. Thank you. And yeah, last night, guys, that meeting, I was actually up till midnight, and I'm usually crashed out about 10:30, 11. I was still having conversations, putting up posts at 12 o'clock last night. My husband woke up like, "You're still up?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm still going." Like, my mind's still going. I've got my sheets and notes and everything from those meetings. I actually received an email this morning, don't know the person, who wanted more information about Xperia. We've been going back and forth since the beginning of the call, so we have a call set up for later on this morning. And we also have some teammates in my organization who were kind of on pause for a while. You know, we all know life be lifing. And I had one reach out. I had a call with her yesterday. Told her that we would do a call every day this week to try to get her pushed through the workbook because she's contracted. She's got 9 carriers. She's green in the back office. She just hasn't gotten that momentum yet. So we actually have a call with Erik today so that she can meet her ED and get herself going as well. So come on, everybody, let's get it. If we're quiet, we ain't getting anywhere, and we're not secret agents. Let's get out there and do it, guys.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go. Let's grow. I'm gonna pass the ball, and Siri, you will be the last person up. Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna pass the ball to somebody who hit that
Right
lovely
on.
senior manager milestone when I did. So let me hear from Miss Tiffany Tyler from all of the lovely things she's had going on lately.
Good morning, team. Yeah, the call was amazing last night. I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, something would pop in my head about insurance. And I woke up this morning and I went back to my green sheets and I had a couple incompleted green sheets. And I was like, look, these people called me saying they needed insurance. So what I did, my last green sheet, young lady called me and said that her nephew had just passed, got killed, and she needed insurance on herself and her kids. So I went down, I went through the green sheet. I said, she got enough money. She been ignoring my calls and my texts. So I texted her this morning and said, I'm going to show up at your doorstep at 11 a.m. this morning. She immediately texted me back. She said, why? I said, because we got something that we need to finish. She was like, Tiffany, you serious? Yes. I don't know you and you don't know me, but today we will be meeting at 11 a.m. Oh. She texts me back, okay. Stop playing with me. This is my job. This is my career. You call me. I didn't call you. I advertise. And secondly, I have a young gentleman that has been begging me for a job all week. And I've really been ignoring him because of his past. So what rang to me was what Dr. Meri said. Sometimes we do have to get those dubs and work with them to move them up the ladder. So I got 2 appointments today. And then thirdly, once I get back, which I'll be talking to her in the mix, my new business partner, I'm going to get her all set and hopefully she'll turn green today. But I just want to keep pushing and building and making those phone calls. So I've been starting texts this morning every 6. So if anybody texts me, trust me, I'm not ignoring. I'm just on my run for SED, and I got to get 100 calls in a day. And first, I'm starting with the letter A in my cell phone, and I'm just working down until I complete that 100. If I go over 100, I'm cool with that. But stop playing with me because I'm your life insurance agent. I'm your local life insurance agent. You call me, I didn't call you. And that's what.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, baby.
Tiffany, can I ask you one question? Can you answer one question in 30 seconds? If you're going down your list, right? And you haven't talked to this person in 20 years. What are you going to say to them in 30 seconds or less?
Hey, this is Tiffany. I need to talk to you. You need to answer this phone. I'm calling until you won't, until you answer. It's important. It's a dire need.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. And then pass the ball.
I am going to pass the ball to Mr. Hey Siri. Tell me where I should go next.
Okay, thank you so much, Stephanie. You just make my day. Like, I'm calling you until you answer. So that's very good. So I wanted just to share with what's going on. Most people in the community are very curious what I'm up to. Like after hearing that, I left my supervising job, what's really going on? Are you out of your mind or what, what or what? And then also, I'm a person I normally like to help people finding jobs, improving their resume, kind of applying here and there. So it brought a concern, but that concern is pretty good a strategy to open up for conversation. So yesterday, there's one lady, she has been in all of us family weddings, very big supporter. She's a hairdresser, that's what she does. I told her, what do you talk to people besides just dressing her hair? Because it's a long conversation for 2 hours finishing up someone's head. What about if you tell them about finances? What? And then she joined yesterday and then started studying for her license. She told me, see, I was been looking for these things. They told me about LCC, but I didn't come in my head. But for these things, it's very, very important, and I have to do it. So she joined yesterday. She's part of the team. So let's open up for conversation. I think it's a good thing. So thanks so much.
Wow, I love that. I love that. If you got a hairstylist to actually sign up with you, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Wow, you have to work on that one. All right.
Yay. That's
Thank
good.
you everyone for your for the morning huddle. We're gonna pass over to